Well, of course, I guess first thing I would say, Spring Jubilee. And we're going to have it this year. So that's a good thing. You know, the District Commission, which is Lake Hartwell country now. When you say District Commission, people would remember the old Pendleton District Commission, but they changed their name to Lake Hartwell country. And, you know, they put this on, and we're putting it on, you know, every year. Of course, we had, you know, problem with COVID this last time, so we didn't have it. But this year we're going to have it. So it's going to be a nice event, and they're going to make sure everybody stays safe and all of that. But it'll be an outdoor event, so hopefully the weather will be nice and people will get to come out and enjoy it and get a little taste of our town and, you know, visit some of our other restaurants and things. So we're looking forward to that. That's one thing, I guess.
Jubilee's been a really big deal for Pendleton over the years.
Oh yeah, it's been great. You know, it's just a nice, fun event, and bring the family out. And of course, you know, this green out here is a nice place to just come out and walk around and enjoy things. And it should be a great time again. Of course, the downtown, we've done a lot of things here, as you know, to try to improve the downtown, and I think we've done a great job of it. Our staff and everybody that worked on it, and all the people that live here that had a lot of input into it. You know, it's everybody has enjoyed what we've done here, and I think it's worked out really well. We've got some new restaurants here. You know, we had the Blue Heron come in, which is a good restaurant, and we've got Rains coming in next, and you can see the construction's going on it now, so it shouldn't be a whole lot longer before we see them open up. So we're looking forward to that. And then all of our other restaurants have been here a long time, the Mexican restaurant and the bakery and Village Baker, and you know, not just the downtown. Of course, we've got, you know, stuff on 76 too, but Bojangles and Little Caesars and Waffle House, you know. But Pendleton is growing a lot. We've got a lot of growth going on here, but you know, that's a challenge in itself. You know, we like the growth, but we also want to balance that with the quality of life people are having here. So you know, we're looking at a moratorium for a little bit on townhomes and some of the type of developments that are coming to try to come into Pendleton, because you know, we want to maintain the historical character we have here, especially in the downtown area, and we don't want to lose this small town feel, you know. But having said that, we need to balance that, and we certainly, you know, do want growth, but we want quality growth. We want good things here, and this area here, the downtown, is really special. You know, you just don't see. It hasn't
changed much in our lifetime.
It hasn't changed much. You know, you and I have been here a long time, so we like this place for a reason, and we don't want to change it too much. So we're being careful with that. We're trying to be real cognizant about, you know, what we're doing here with the downtown and this whole area right around here. But we are having a lot of growth in this area, as you know, and we just hope we can deal with it in a very responsible way. We got a lot going on out, you know, on Highway 76 out there. We have a lot of growth out that way.
Don't forget, that's part of downtown Pendleton. I mean, that's part of the town of Pendleton now.
It is part of the town of Pendleton now. A lot of people don't realize that now, but it is part of the town of Pendleton, and we're real proud of that. And we're seeing a lot of growth that way, and you know, the infrastructure out there as far as the highway system and all is built a little better to handle that than, you know, here right in the downtown. You know, we don't have 4-lane highways down here such as that, so we're trying to be careful here in this part of it. But we are proud that we are growing, because there's a lot of places that aren't, and it's a big advantage to us. So at the same time, we want to make sure we maintain our services, and we're able to provide good service to everybody. You know, everybody likes to get the garbage picked up, and they like police protection, and they want the toilets to flush when they pull the handle. So, you know, we want to make sure all that works and keep everything clean and looking nice. So it's a challenge to keep all that going. The more growth you have, the more people you need to keep up with all of that too. So that's something else to think about.
How's housing looking?
Housing's looking good, and we've got a good many new homes being built here, and I think we're going to start to see more options on that as far as price ranges. Maybe some of that maybe sliding up scale a little bit, which is good, I think. But we also want to make sure we maintain affordable housing for people too here. I I want it to be where people from all income levels can afford to live here, and not just people with a lot of money. Nothing wrong with that, but we want to make sure we have enough affordable housing for people too to be here. So that's another good thing. We're doing some things too. You may be familiar, well I know you're probably familiar with West Blue Ridge, East Blue Ridge Street down there, as we refer to it here as the Mill Hill. And that was built around the old Shaney Brothers cotton mill that was down there. So that's fixing to be developed, and we're going to improve the infrastructure there and the roads, and that mill is going to be developed into some really nice residential housing for people. So a really upscale, nice development there. And I think that's fixing to get started and take off here pretty soon. So that's good. And we have another business too up here coming into the square too, in the old Nations Bank building. That's called Brews on the square. So they're going to have, I think, a big variety of beers and coffee and various things to offer there. So that should be a nice addition to the square up here as well. But besides that, we're also working on some more development right around the green in the square here in downtown. We're fixing to we're working on streetscapes for West Queen Street. So going into that area, we're going to improve that, the walkability of it, and just the overall look of it. And as well, we're working on North Mechanic Street too to improve that. Same thing. We want to extend this look out from around the downtown and the square to improve things in that direction. So we're pretty busy here right now with what we're trying to do, and we've got a lot of other things we need to do, but it just takes a little time to get to all of it.
I've heard some other people bragging on you and your council. Any goals y'all got between now and summer that you didn't mention so far? Anything y'all working on?
Well, I'd say between now and summer, the biggest thing we're trying to do is try to get back to a normal flow of things after COVID, because that has obviously slowed us down a lot, and that's just been a challenge in itself with everybody. So I think between now and summer, that's what we're working on. We hope people will get out and get vaccinated, and we can get beyond this thing here, and everybody will try to stay safe and be cautious and don't let their guard down, and let's move on and get by this. So that's one big challenge, but we're going to try to expand in some of our service areas too. We've got a new garbage truck ordered. We're waiting on. We hope to be able to expand our police department very soon. We're looking at maybe downtown concert series going on here. So we're trying to do those things to give people something to do outdoors that they can come do and be safe. And that's mostly what we're trying to work on right now.
Did the COVID relief funds help the town enough to keep y'all from taking too big of a hit from COVID?
Yeah, so far it looks okay. It looks pretty good. We never really know how much is going to come in the way of taxes, but we maintain a very strong reserve fund. We try to have enough money in reserve to actually operate the town for 18 months without anything coming in. So we're pretty conservative on that, but I think it's a good thing. We are very solid financially. And another thing we're having to look toward is our waste treatment facility. With this growth comes more demands on that, sewer capacity, and we're working with our partners to look at what it's going to take maybe to upgrade that plant, because we've got City of Clemson and Anderson County that are partners with us there, so which is a great thing that we have them to help us. But we're looking at what it's going to take to upgrade that plant and make sure we have enough capacity to handle the growth too.
You have a very experienced council here too, right, working with you?
We do. We have a very experienced council, and our council's been through the Municipal Association, the Elected Officials Institute, and the Advanced, all except for Mike. Mike's new on there, Mike Seif, but he's doing a great job, and I'm sure in time he's going to get there too, which it's been tough to do that now because the meetings there have been virtual meetings, and we hope that'll get back to normal too, so we can go back, because we have to keep up with the changes in the law, the changes, that are going on, from that end, and just we learn a lot going to those meetings with the municipal association, because we get to see what other towns do. Sometimes it's better to look and see what somebody else did than try to reinvent the wheel yourself. You can learn a lot from other people's experience. So that's what we try to do with a lot of that. We get a lot of information and get to talk to folks that have already done it.
How soon do y'all think y'all will hear from the census, and how do you think that'll affect Pendleton's growth?
That's a good question. I don't really know what the timeline is on that. I don't know how to answer that.
Do you have a guess how many people you're going to add, or?
I don't know. I'm sure we're going to add some. We've been growing pretty steadily, so but as far as knowing what that figure is, I don't know. I would say, and it depends on from when to when, I guess, if you look at that, but I would say, maybe 500 to 700 people, maybe. That's just my guess. I don't really know for sure. That's just kind of a guess. One of our goals is to do something with the Pendleton oil mill. We want to try to do something to clean that up, but it may still take a little time, and it's obviously going to take a good deal of money. So, we're going to have to be committed as a council, and the citizens are going to have to be behind us, I think, on that decision when we cross that road, because it's going to be, I think, a pretty big undertaking. But I think in the long run, it's probably worth it.
Well, I guess we'll catch up in the summer and see where we are, and after the festival. You know how many people they expect usually at the festival every year? I've
heard these numbers all the time on it, but I don't know where they come up with those numbers. So I don't really have a clue.
There's a lot of people out here.
I know they're wanting to kind of keep it under control, so I know there aren't going to be as many vendors, I can tell you that. So whether there'll be as many people, I don't know. But I think people are kind of itching to get out, and that's the first part of spring, so yeah, I think it'll be big. As far as putting an exact number on it, I don't know. But I think it'll be as big as ever, probably, as far as the attendance, I feel like.